second part, finishing the chassis jig. I've already gone ahead and finished it. I tried to grab video, but there was no card in the camera, so I didn't get everything. So I'll explain a bit. It serves its purpose for what I need. The project came early, so it's here already. Yeah, like I say, it'll do the job. It's not bought, it's built for under €100, whereas you'd buy one for probably about 200 upwards, 300, 400, depending on what you want. I've done it in a way that I can do any bike chassis, whether it's a chopper, cafe racer, standard bike, doesn't matter what it is. I can basically build a chassis with this. Yeah, eventually went with the wheels because my floor's pretty level. Might need to put a little bit of filler under the wheels. Still waiting for the parts for the neck, the cones to hold the neck in place. Once I have that, then I can put the chassis on. The bottom supports for the chassis rails at the bottom. I also made this long enough so that I can do swing arm from the wheel point to the neck point. So if I want to do a hardtail or something like that, or anybody wants a hardtail done, it can be done on this. Needs a few bits and pieces. Once I got the chassis on, then I can do the bottom supports for the chassis rails, build the supports where the engine mounting and stuff goes on. Other than that, yeah, that's about it. This is our project that's coming, so we'll start on that in the next video, stripping it down, or we might start in this video stripping it down, not sure yet, we'll see on time. Like I said, the temperatures here are above the 30s, so during the day not doing much, so it's only evenings and mornings if I'm not working in the morning. So yeah, what else? Right, yeah, we've got our project, Caferacer-Harley Electra. It's 2005. Got it cheap enough for this project. It's got under 1,000 kilometers on it. Hasn't even had its first service. As you can see, it's not pretty straight, but it has potential. So we'll see what we can do with it. Needs a few bits and pieces, but we'll see what we can do with the parts we have. I'm waiting on a front end, upside down forks. See if we can't do a minor shock conversion on it. It's going to be a tricky one, but we'll see how it goes. Few things. I think this one's going to be a tricky one. But we'll get there. I think that's pretty good. It's a big lump, that's for sure. It's going to be a heavy bike. And we'll take as much weight as we can off of it. Front end's still good on this. Nothing's bent there. The center of the bike took the grunt of it. But yeah. We get stripping. See how far we can get, at least get the wheels off. And go from there. Let's see if we can get a better angle. Yeah, you can see how far out of whack it is. So yeah, it's going to be a good one. Should be interesting. the bits off, got the wheels off. Engine's loose, but I think I'm just going to cut the chassis. Take the engine out that way. Less hassle. Because yeah, you can see pretty twisted. I did find a problem as well. So I need a new gearbox casing as well, because the gearbox casing is broken. You can see there. That mounts with a swing arm, so that's one of the engine mounts. So I'll have to make a plan there, because I don't know what swing arm I'm going to use yet to do the monoshock conversion, but I will need a back support for this engine. So we'll see how we can make that work. But yeah, looking good. Now I'm going to get to cutting. As I cut the back, just take the top off. Cut it on the front, cut it at the back, and just pull the top off so I can pull the engine out. And there you have it. Nearly there, nearly there. Oof. Looks like a banana. Okay. There we go. The only part I'm really interested in is the yoke, because the rest of the frame getting built, so no problem. But yeah, not too bad. Get the engine out, and then go from there. If we can't get it up onto the jig, level it out, see where it needs to be, and we can go from there. Happy days. Okay, I'm starting to cut the neck off. Yeah, I cut the frame in half, when I got it off. I'm not using any of the frame anyway. The only bits I'll be using are for the rear engine mounts, maybe a couple of bits and pieces, but in total I'm not really using any of it. Here you can see how twisted how twisted it is. So what I'm going to do, cut the stop off so I can get to cut that off, because inside, as you can see, it's got the tube running in, so I've got to take all the crap off the top so I can get the neck off. I can't even use it, the bar's going down, I can't use any of it, everything's twisted. So this is a frame from scratch. I will use the engine mount on the front. I'll make a new plate for that to fit. The rear plate's still fine. That's I think that's the only part on this whole frame that's straight. Is that in the battery box. So yeah, we'll go from there. Yeah, I'm not going to show much video cutting the neck off. Once the neck's cut, then I'll get another video. Okay, that's cut off. You can see the tube here. So I've got to cut that off there. Get as much of this crap as I can. Cut it down, straight down through there, through there, through there. And that's it. And we have the neck. Get it to engineering, get it cleaned up. We can start making a frame. Little bits. They don't even weld it fully. Those are not the best welds, I suppose. That's fucking rust. But yeah. See what we can do with this. I think it's gonna work out well. I'm gonna check my gaps and stuff. Because on the new chassis, this is all coming in. It's about there, more or less, with a better angle. Not so far forward, because these Tourers, they've got the yokes in reverse. So instead of having your pivot point here and your forks coming out, you've actually got your forks inward. So it's like it's almost as if it's in reverse. So we change that. Here's the old one here. See what I mean. See, on a normal bike, this would be like this. See what I mean? So you've got the forks on the front, and you've got your yoke in the center. Now on these, you've got this in reverse. There you go. So it's basically like that. So what I want to do is bring the center of the yoke in, bit less angle forward, and then that should do fine. Give it a more aggressive look, shorten the wheelbase a little bit. So we'll see. Let's carry on, get this done before it gets too late. Yeah, nearly there. Well, that's that. That's the yoke done. Once I get it back from an engineer, that'll be cleaned up. I need the cones as well to hold that in place. This isn't going to be the exact height, so once I've got all that set up, I've got the engine separated, I can put the engine in the bottom part, just so I can measure the distance of the axle and all that stuff. I already know more or less where I want everything, so I go from there. Yeah, for the scrap part. Okay, got the engine out. Engine's out. Problem that I didn't see, because of course it's at the back of the engine, is the rear motor mount. That's busted. That's there. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. Might have to just get new casings, or I can try and modify it, see if I got enough meat on here to get that milled. The only problem is I don't have a milling machine, I don't have a lathe. If I had, I'd do it myself. So I'll see if I can't get somebody to mill this, so I can put a piece of angling, bolt it in, and then make a new engine mount off that. I have to see. I don't know, these casings as well, I don't know, might be better off just to get in a second hand one, see what I can do. The rest of the engine's fine. I've got new casings for this where it's broken in the front. Fin broken there. But yeah, other than that it's good. So we'll see what we can do with that. But yeah, as you can see, got loads of bits and pieces. The next thing I need to do is cut this neck off. I'll just cut it off there, cut it all the way down, clean up as much as this as I can. Find somebody that's with a lathe, obviously. Clean this up to bare metal. It's quite thick, so I can take about half a mil. Clean all the paint off, clean all the welds off, make it perfect. Once that's done, I can finish that off. I need to make the brackets. I need to finish all that off, so I can adjust that with an angle. So I've got the angle, and yeah, go from there. But yeah, looking good, getting there. See if I can get the tube this week. I'll carry on. As you can see, I've got enough work to keep me busy, so yeah, let's go. We'll carry on with this. Clean this up, get it all painted up nicely, get the side off, put the new covers on. I'll separate the motor from the gearbox, I think. See what I can do with that. I don't have enough people following me on YouTube to ask advice, so if there is anybody out there who knows anything, what modification we can make here for the engine mount, because this is the only rear mount there is, which mounts to the swing arm as well as does to the frame. So we'll have to see what we can do from